Yes, now joining us to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from all around the world are Rise News analysts Emmanuel Efeni and Dayo Shobowale. Mr. Emmanuel Efeni.
Good afternoon, Vimba.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Cynthia.
Good afternoon.
Yes, blue, right?
Yes.
That we call it para blue. The color is blue.
And green, Mr. Shobowale.
Good afternoon.
You are not seeing that.
We're right. I know, I saw it. I was waiting for you to notice.
Good afternoon, Dayo. Well, we'll start the review with this day Nigeria's newspaper of record. We'll start with the story above the lead. Atiku, federal government plans to use 20 trillion naira pension fund for infrastructure projects misguided. Well, Atiku Abubakar.
You said it yesterday.
Yes. Of course, Atiku Abubakar adding his voice to that. Yes. And I'm sure there will be more coming from different sectors about this plan by government.
It's a very cogent reason.
Yes.
Just like I said, and you said yesterday.
Yeah.
Pension funds, I don't see, no matter how they use it, it should not be at the expense of the pensioners, such that they don't get their pensions as at ending.
Yeah. Now, the lead story of this day, Tinubu inaugurates 3 gas projects, pledges to win Nigeria from overdependence on petrol, diesel, says ending gas flaring top priority for his administration. Gas minister to disclose domestic production. Yeah, gas minister discloses domestic production has increased by 800 MMSCA per day. Well,
that's transition.
Yes, with the commissioning of these 3 projects, the Ashton Vinaya hydrocarbon gas processing plant in Kwale, that's in Delta State. And if you don't know Kwale, that's where the popular Ojinika hails from. Yes. The Asa Not Ohaji Egbema gas processing plant, and of course, a 23.3 kilometers gas transfer pipeline project. All this aimed at more gas, gathering of gas, and utilization to the end users. Don't forget, one of the problems we have with power, no gas supply and all that. Then gas flaring, which has been a problem. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu pledging to end gas flaring. I'm sure every other government at the center in the last...
they've been trying it.
They've all made this pledge.
It's a long-term project before it comes to fruition. I'm happy. You see this one they are even launching now.
Yes.
Maybe it started almost 10 years ago. Do you get me?
It requires political will also.
But you see, the thing doesn't germinate immediately. That is, comes to fruition immediately.
Because Nigeria is a gas producing country. We have massive deposit gas resources, so we should utilize it for, of course, domestic consumption as well as exports, right?
And help us on the way to cleaner energy.
Yes. Now, the Guardian newspaper, households' woes worsen as inflation sets new 28-year record. At 33.69%, Nigeria's inflation at the highest rate since March 1996.
Oh, yes.
And of course, essential commodity prices crisis year on year, March 2023 to March 2024. The price, food inflation rate hits 40.53% in April from March 40.01. That's food inflation we're talking about. And housewives and daughters should know about this. Right? Rice has gone up by 152.93%. Pepper, yes, has gone up by 79.2%. Beans, aka Ewa in Nigerian parlance, right, has gone up by 106%. Bread has gone up by 20.5%.
Is it this computer price index or
This
what?
is NBS, Nigerian Bureau of Statistics figures they are quoting.
Even there are some by computer price.
Then Gary,
The CPI.
yes,
Yeah.
CPI, okay,
Yes.
yes. Then
That one is more. See, in some cases, some food prices have stabilized.
Yes.
Some have gone up.
Gary
And-
has-
and it was there that
Gary-
they said they should peg the exchange rate. You mentioned that.
Gary has gone up by 112%.
Pepper is going up.
Everything is going
That's
up.
ordinary pepper.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, and that is why, as the Vanguard is reporting, minimum wage, labor quit stocks as FG offers 48,000 naira, organized private sector offering 54,000 naira, says government offer insult sensibilities of Nigerian workers. Federal government proposal a reduction of federal workers' current pay. OPS begs Labour to return to the negotiating table. And of course, that story is also in the headlines of other news. Well, I think, Dayo, you know when Labour came up with the 615,000 naira, with Ajero giving his breakdown, many felt it was outrageous. But what the government has put is ridiculous.
On comparative basis.
Yes, it's
But
ridiculous.
Are they comparable?
Well, Dayo,
Is 650
I want to.
comparable to 48?
I want to give them an idea where they should be, all parties. If a subnational, Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, is already paying 70,000 to
That's
workers, it means it is doable. That's a subnational. So it
That's
cannot.
what I thought government
So
would
it cannot be less than 70 in the first instance, right? Then, when 30,000 naira was fixed as minimum wage, the value of the naira to the dollar was 88 naira. Is it 88? No, it was equivalent to $88. Today, that 30,000 is equivalent to $23. So, can we just look at this $88 that Nigerian workers have been receiving all this while, and look at the value. What's the value in naira terms now? That will give you about if you use 1,400 naira to the dollar, right? That will give you about 114,000 naira. I think that's where they should be.
Well, Joe Ajero is saying
look,
that
you
even that
can-
reasoning
No,
is
I-
flawed because it should be $2 a day.
No,
So
no.
where do we now draw the line?
No,
Because,
but what I'm
global standards
no,
is
I'm even
$2
using this as a
day.
base.
Okay.
The
You
base
can't
for
use
negotiation.
That as a base.
Yes.
They are not comparable.
No, I'm giving them
615
suggestions.
to 48.
No.
He's saying they don't have data. They don't
I'm
have
saying
114,000.
114.
Government
Giving-
doesn't have data. Labour has data. It's
No.
Labour has
No.
data.
Femi is giving them data.
No, I'm giving them a solution, Dayo.
They gave us
The
their data.
equivalent of 30,000 there
Yes.
was $88. So what is the equivalent of $88 today?
Today.
Start from there. That is about 114,000 naira. If you use, about 114,000. Over a
That's a fair
yes.
offer.
So I think they should start negotiating from that point, right? So, well,
And then this is something you can rationalize.
well, there is a story here.
They should both cool down.
Dayo, I think this will interest you. The Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Senate in fresh move to secure autonomy for local governments. May remove conduct of local government elections from SEC, State Independent Electoral Commission. Those commissions, they are anything but independent. You know that. Huh?
But INEC does not want it.
Yes, but I know it's not what INEC wants. We are talking of what is good for the nation, for our democracy. I just
But
hope
you
the
don't-
Senate can
you
push
don't
this through.
speculate in isolation. You should know what is on the ground.
No, if there's a law in place, INEC will just follow through. That's how it works. It's not INEC who will tell us, oh, we don't want to conduct this, because local government election in every state, irrespective of party, always a sham.
Yeah, no, it's
right?
not
That's what it is. And if we just look at one foreign newspaper, let's just go to South Africa, where, yes, outrage, Business Day, South Africa, outrage as President signs NHI, the National Health Insurance in South Africa. And of course, ANC is saying that, well, that will bridge the gap in healthcare. But the democratic alternative saying it is not the silver bullet, you need to turn around the health system in South Africa. But the president, Cyril
shouldn't go towards helping
Ramaphosa, of course, putting some new policy there ahead of the general election in South Africa.
Thank you for your review. I'm specifically interested in the number that you put out, the 114,000. I think it's a fair place to start.
And I know you are looking for the consequential adjustment once we have that business.
Oh, of course.
Between 615 and 48.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for your review. Looking forward to continuing this conversation tomorrow. Mr. Emmanuel Ifeni, Mr. Dayo Shobowale, thank you both.